We have some news just coming in. Indo-China border talks meeting has concluded. Talks went on for about 4 to 5 hours. This is the first time the talks were held by Lieutenant General level officers. The 14th Corps Commander, Lieutenant General Harinder Singh, led the Indian side, while China was being represented by the commander of the South Xinjiang military region. Shreya Dondial, our senior editor, is getting us more details on that story. She tracks the Defence Ministry. Shreya, the expectation, obviously, New Delhi would be demanding a removal of the construction work that has been done there and also withdrawing of the troops, isn't it?
Well, the first thing that New Delhi wants is for China to go back to status quo ante, as it were, before the standoff began. So that would be India's #1 demand. Here's what I'm picking up. I'm picking up that the meeting that started at around 11:30 went on for over 3 hours, after which there was an elaborate lunch. Now there's a protocol that is in place. Lieutenant General Harinder Singh will fly back to Leh. He will brief the Chief of Army Staff. He'll brief his DGMO as well. They in turn will be briefing the MEA, the NSA, the Prime Minister's office, post which we are being told there will be a draft that will be readied for communication with the media, and that should be put out in the public domain. But that will happen only late in the evening. Again, as I've been saying since the morning, this is the first of many meetings that could happen, is what our sources have been telling us. They're saying with one meeting, don't expect any breakthrough. The standoff has now gone on for more than a month, almost a month, a little over a month. These things are complicated. They will take time because, China, many will say, is bargaining from a position of strength. For them to expect their troops to withdraw immediately, that happening on the ground is highly unlikely. Because what does India want really, Snehas? It wants status quo ante, which means it wants the Chinese troops to adhere to the LAC, as it were, in the beginning of April. It wants to de-escalate its troops, its armament, its machinery, its tanks, its artillery guns, etc. So India wants all of that to be withdrawn.
Okay.
Also, very importantly, what we've seen in May is a high degree of violence between both troops. So one of the things that India has taken to the table today in Moldo is, let's bring out this level of violence that we have seen in May. Also, India is very clear that they are not going to be stopping their construction activity at the LAC. That is something that China has been insisting upon, which is why I'm saying these are complicated talks. These will take time. Any resolution of the standoff will not happen today. But yes, we will hear from the MEA or the Ministry of Defence. And I think what we can expect is some degree of de-escalation.
Okay, some degree of de-escalation. The first round of talks at least is over. There was in fact a diplomatic level talk also on Friday, is what we've been given to understand. Shreya, thank you for getting us those details. Let's talk about